Well, hello everyone. Welcome to Rosalie's Kitchen. I'm so glad to be with you today, and you know fall is right around the corner. So tomorrow we're going to have our church picnic, and I thought that I just might bring a pan of lasagna. Alright, so that would be out of my Rosalie Serving Best Loved Italian Cookbook on page 130. And you can see the slice of lasagna next to the picture of my mom and dad. So anyway, and the meat sauce actually is on page 158. Okay, I'm going to put that up here next to the country book, and we're going to get started. So what we're going to need is 9 of our bars of lasagna. These are uncooked. It's not the ready to go. So I have a pot right back here. As you can see the steam coming off of that. And we're going to place these right in here and boil them for 10 to 12 minutes. So you want to just lay those in there carefully, and then wait till the water kind of engulfs them a little bit so that you can go ahead and just scoot them around till they get right into the water. And they will cook for about 10 to 12 minutes, and then they'll be ready. In the meantime, we're going to make our filling. So you're going to need a 15-ounce little container here of ricotta cheese. So you want to just scoop that up. That's really nice and thick and beautiful. And to that, we're going to start adding our really good, yummy ingredients. So we're going to add a half a cup of our grated cheese. And we're going to add 1 egg. I have already switched that around a little bit so that it's partially scrambled. I'm going to slip our 1 egg in there. And 2 tablespoons of your chopped fresh parsley. If you have fresh parsley, it always works better than your parsley flakes. So we're going to just swish this around. We've got the ricotta cheese, the Parmesan cheese, the 1 egg, and your fresh parsley, a little sprinkle of salt, a little sprinkle of pepper, and this is going to be one of our fillings along with our shredded mozzarella. And if you live in St. Louis or around, which I lived in Troy, Missouri, which is about an hour from St. Louis, we're very fortunate to get this Roque Provel cheese. And that makes such a wonderful taste for your Italian dishes if you can get a hold of that. And this right here is our shredded mozzarella. So we're going to go ahead and mix this in really good so that your cheese and the egg, a little salt and pepper, all of that together will give a very, very good flavor for your lasagna. Okay, we're going to check back here, and they have dropped down into the water, as you can see. So now let's be back in about 10 minutes when those are done, and we will start spreading those out and making our lasagna for the church picnic. Alright, see you in a minute. Okay, so our lasagna sheets are finished, and it did take a full 12 minutes. They were a little tough. But there they are, and you can put them in some cool down water so you can handle them. Alright, so you want a 9 by 13 pan right here, and we're going to start with this wonderful sauce. This is the sauce I was telling you that is in my Rosalie Serving Best Loved Italian Cookbook over here. This is on page 158, and this is a beautiful savory sauce, very easy to put together, not hard at all. So now what we want to do is we want to put a couple of cups, maybe about a cup and a half, of our sauce right on the bottom. And we don't want any meat in that. We want to try to get away from the meat. And just so that it's nice and very covering the bottom here with not too much meat. It's a little hard to get it with totally no meat. Okay, then we're going to go in here. I've washed my hands. You're going to handle these noodles. They got a little slippery, but you can get hold of them. And we're going to lay those right down here in rows of 3. Just like so. And they fit just perfectly in that sequence. Just the 3 down first. Okay. Just like that. You can kind of arrange them so that they're just kind of tucked into one another. And now remember we made our ricotta sauce, our mixture right here. So we're going to use about half of that. And every 2 or 3 inches, you're going to put dollops of this wonderful cheese right along the edges of your 3 lasagna sheets, just like so. And when that bakes in, it does spread a little bit out so that you get, with almost every bite, you're going to get a little bit of your lasagna. Okay? And that is about half of the mixture right there. Okay? So that looks really good. Now you're going to go to your, this is shredded mozzarella. It's a very beautiful soft cheese. And we're going to go ahead and layer that. And this is a mixture of 4 cups here. So you want 2 cups probably on your first go here, just like so. And this gives your lasagna, when it's fully baked, a very good flavor. Okay? Now you're gonna, I think actually the first, we look at our recipe, the very first dip that we used of the sauce was 1 cup. Now we're going to go up to 1.5 cups, and now you can incorporate your meat. Okay? If you have one that's pretty big in there, chunk of your hamburger, you want to just chop that up so it's not so big, so everybody gets a little bit of the meat. Okay? And you just kind of eye this and make sure that you got it covered very well. Be sure you get your edges. Okay, and that's probably about 1.5 cups. Alright, and now we repeat it again. We're going to go in to get our 3 again. Put them right up to the edge. And the 9 sheets of your lasagna makes this just the exact amount that you would need. Okay, now we're going to use the rest of our ricotta cheese, and as I said, you just dollop that around. Make sure that everybody's got a good taste of the cheese. This is a very rich Italian dish, very iconic, been around for years, and lots of different ways to make it, but mostly you're going to use your ricotta, your mozzarella. Some people use a little bit different Esagio cheeses or different cheeses, and that's all up to the person. But this is a tried and true recipe, been around for a very long time, and I think everybody's going to, we just about got all of that out of there. So we have used our full cup of 15 ounce, 2 cups of the ricotta. Okay, and again, we go with our go ahead with our cheeses. And I do believe that I should have put on the sauce first, but that's okay. We're going to make this just as good as we can this way. Alright, so there's our sauce. Again, we're using about 1 cup here. 1.5 cups, I should say. Alright, lastly, we're going to head and top this off with our 3rd and final sheets here. Oh my goodness, this is going to be so very good. Alright, this time we're going to go ahead and put our sauce back up over the top, just like so. People love a good meat sauce. I'm going to make sure that your meat sauce is really good and thick and wonderful. And there is your meat sauce. It looks good. And now we're going to go ahead and finish off with our mozzarella. And we're going to finish off with about, I'm going to say about 1 cup of our Parmesan. And this Parmesan is so good. You'll love it. And I will post the recipe, of course, on my newsletter, so you'll get it exactly the way you're supposed to top it off. And now here's our Provel cheese. And this is a very special cheese, made, I think, only in parts of Illinois and in St. Louis, Missouri. So you want to top that off. You're going to bake this for 350 degrees, and I believe it's going to be for about 30 minutes here. We'll have to look over here at our recipe, and it says 35 to 40 minutes. So this is your beautiful lasagna. You can take this anywhere, showers, or for gifts for people. Someone maybe that has just come home and needs a lift for some meals, because this is so inclusive. Everything's right in there. You don't have to even bring another dish if you don't want to. And there it is, everyone. Look how gorgeous that is. Okay, we're going to cover it with a piece of foil, and then we're going to bake it right in our oven right now. And we'll be back. See you in a minute. Okay guys, well, our beautiful lasagna is finished. That was 40 minutes at 350. And just want to go through those steps with you one more time. It was 1 cup of sauce on the very bottom, 1.5 cups to the next layer, and 2 cups to the third layer. And I went ahead and cut. It's just a little bit too soon really to cut this beautiful lasagna, but you can kind of get a glimpse of the layers there and how beautiful that is. And I know it's going to taste wonderful. So I did cut a piece out of it just to show you. And let's just have a tiny piece of this wonderful lasagna here just to tell you how good it is. I hope I don't burn my mouth. Oh my goodness, that's good. You're going to love this recipe. So there we are. Go ahead and sprinkle a little bit more of your Parmesan right on the top so it looks pretty. And let this rest about 3 hours at least. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it in the refrigerator overnight, take it to the picnic in the morning. And what I'll do is I'll just pop it in the oven for another 15 minutes at 350 just to get it reheated. Alright, God bless you. Thanks for coming to my kitchen today. And I know you're going to love this wonderful 3-layer deep dish beautiful lasagna. Alright, see you the next time. Have a great day.